Taking measures to fight the heroin epidemic that's sweeping Florida and the nation. The Winter Haven Police Department in Central Florida, now the latest agency in our state to equip their officers with naloxone. It's a drug that can reverse the effects of a heroin overdose. Now, Florida has one of the highest numbers of overdose deaths in the country. We heard another one on the police scanner tonight here in the newsroom. So why are no agencies in Southwest Florida equipping their officers with this life-saving drug? 4 in your corners, Lisa Greenberg, pressing for answers tonight. Lisa?
Well, Patrick, exactly a year ago, law enforcement agencies here in Southwest Florida told me they were looking into arming their deputies with naloxone to combat that growing heroin issue you were just talking about. But now, a year later, still no naloxone on our officers. This little device,
injection complete,
could be the difference between life and death.
This drug gives you a chance to bring someone back that would otherwise not be saved.
It's called naloxone, or Narcan, and it temporarily reverses a heroin overdose. Some police agencies in Florida are armed and ready to inject should they encounter an overdose. Like Sergeant Donnie Kennard of the Sarasota County Sheriff's Office. We spoke last year after their deputies started carrying the drug.
Do you think this is something that law enforcement agencies should look into and others should start carrying?
We would hope that agencies would really look to just provide tools for their individuals to help make a difference and save a life.
At the time, many Southwest Florida agencies said they were discussing it. A year later, paramedics still carry naloxone, but not law enforcement, and the heroin epidemic showing no signs of decline. Lee Health reporting 201 overdoses in 2015, but the hospital system could only give us last year's overdoses through September, already at 182.
We were looking into it about a year ago throughout the year. There were a lot of issues that came up.
Corporal Phil Mullen of Cape Coral Police points to cost, expiration dates, and storage, but mainly temperature.
It has to stay at room temperature to be usable, and we live in Florida. Our patrol guys are out in the cars, black and white cars, in the heat of the Florida sun. It's not going to stay at room temperature. We looked at getting coolers to keep them cool.
I reached out to all law enforcement agencies in Southwest Florida. Fort Myers police say they're not discussing it. The Hendry County Sheriff's Office is currently talking about it, and Clewiston police say they have nothing in the works. But Naples police tell me they won't be carrying it, adding, quote, "It makes sense that Naples firefighters, who all have a level of medical training, administer naloxone." And the Collier County Sheriff's Office says equipping our deputies with naloxone is something we are continuing to consider, although there are various logistical factors that must be considered too.
There's a lot of things we can and have done to save victims of a heroin overdose outside of the Narcan.
Now, I also reached out to the Lee County Sheriff's Office and the Charlotte County Sheriff's Office to find out why their deputies aren't carrying the drug, but I haven't heard back yet. Lisa Greenberg, Fox 4, in your corner.
Hey, Charlotte County, this is Charlotte County COPWATCH, and I wanted to explain what fair use is. You can use pieces of news articles if you're doing it for news reporting, you have commentary, and you're doing it for education purposes. So that's what fair use is, as you can see right here. Another reason why I wanted to make this video is to let you know I just joined with Patreon. A nice thing with Patreon, I make no money on YouTube. They took the money away years ago, and so this is another way to give, and it's a nice thing too because you can give monthly. You can give $1, $5, $10, whatever. I do 4 to 5 hours a day on trying to wake the sheeple up on how corrupt it is and different ways that you can fight the corruption. So Patreon is a way that you can do it, and then of course the old way is still there. Donate to Charlotte County COPWATCH with PayPal or credit card. So keep that in mind. 4 to 5 hours a day. I make no money, but the corruption happened to me and I'm sick of it, so I'm trying to wake people up. But my wife would love it if if we could get some help out there. There's 47,000 subscribers. Just think if each one of you subscribers just gave let's say actually, yes, $1 a month. 47,000 subscribers gave $1 a month. That would be awesome. That's not going to happen. But anyways, that would be great if it did happen. But do the math in your head. Just think about it. Like I said, 4 to 5 hours a day. I get no money from YouTube. YouTube has gone nuts. You can't do anything anymore. They're taking the money away everywhere. So these are a couple different ways that you can still help out with all this time that I put in. And as you know, I'm in a special situation where, at least I can do it, 4 to 5 hours a day. We have a cleaning company during the day. That's what allows me to do this, and we're debt free. So this is my hobby. I don't go fishing and all that other crap. I try to save the world. So help me out to make the wife happy, man. In fact, if you guys did give $1 a day, and there was 47,000 of you, and you did it, and each of you gave $1, and that was every month, oh my God, yes, I could quit. I could start suing them. Another idea too that we have is, if I got some funds, we could actually contact everyone that has been ticketed and or arrested and put in jail and start sending them postcards to let them know we're here, and to see if everything went all right, and if it didn't, find out their story. So we could even do more investigations and more lawsuits. Lawsuits take money. So just think about that. 47,000 of you so far right now. $1 a day. $1 a month on Patreon, or $5 a month Patreon, 10, 20, whatever. Just do the math in your head, help out. This is a lot of work every single day. Thanks.